Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to Sir Firdaus and my fellow friends. Today we want to present about the commercialized sport in chapter C. So the objective of the commercialized sport is to understand ethical issue. You also to understand related activity among the youth, interscholastic, intercollegiate and professional in sport. So for the introduction, sport is a medium to transport the value. Sport also commercialized sport and the associate pressure to win usually affect the moral values and often negatively. So why is the sport commercialized? It has 3 points that you need to remember and understand carefully. For the first is about the organized competition. Second is advertised and promoted for entertainment. Thirdly, significance financially. So these 3 points is related in the meaning of definition of the sport commercialized. So for the example, sport commercialized is about the brand. The example is about the Nike, Adidas, Al Ihsan, Puma. That their brands related to the sport. They provide the shoes, jersey, cap, sport equipment. They provide the others that related to the sport activity. So it also help to perform during the sport. So we go to the next slide. So for the next slide is about the educational sport. Is individual enroll in school and college. The interest of the sport or gain the sport experience. It also to get the benefit like teamwork, cooperation and the others. So it also can learn something new during this school and college. It's about the technical strategy to play the sport. So for the recreational sport, is the activity that performed by individual of any age for leisure activity, recreational activity during the leisure time to gain the sport for fun, skill development, social interaction and value development. So for the next slide is about the ethical analysis of the sport commercialized. It have 4 components. The first one is about the sport for public relation and promotion. Second one is about the sport as a business. Third is about the sport as entertainment, and the last one is about the sport as transmitter of the economy. So my friends will explain more about the these 4 component ethical analysis of the sport commercialized. So that's all from me.
Hi, I will continue for the next slide. So sport has been used to promote cities, business, college and products. Basically, sport is one of the most profitable industries in the world, and some of the sports competitions have an audience of several billion people. The power of promotion through sport should be used mostly by states which are not overhyped, because that form of promotion has a much greater effects for them. Greeks rewarded their native sons with lifelong pension and other lavish gifts for bringing honor to the city, state as the home of an Olympic winner. For information, Greeks stand for Greece nation. So these points tell us about Greece athlete, which has the origin of amateur sport, the commercialized sports also began with the Greeks. The first recorded Olympic Games were held at Olympia in the Greek city-state of Elis in 776 before century. But it is generally accepted that the Olympics were at least 500 years old at that time. The ancient Olympics, held every 4 years, occur during a religious festival honoring the Greek god Zeus. Greece has hosted the Summer Olympics Games on 2 occasions: the inaugural Modern Olympics in 1896 and again in 2004. Both were held in Athens, which along with Paris, Los Angeles, and the cities that have hosted the Olympic Games twice, with London being the only city to have hosted them 3 times. This slide consists of 4 segments to identify what is the sports for public relation and promotion is all about. There is a youth, interscholastic sport, intercollegiate sport, and professional sport. First of all, is youth. Business began to sponsor youth sport, and sports program changed as sponsors sought to the publicity. So, the sponsorship of a big ticket sporting events can help technology companies capture new market and build brand salience. Then, children are trained, benched, berated, and pushed, seemingly to achieve victories. They're just thinking winning is important all the time. Also fun, socializations and development of moral values is going to erode. So it's a tough situation for them. Next, the interscholastic. Some schools have redefined opportunities to play as privilege rather than right. They also use finance in the interscholastic sports through booster clubs. This gives some advantages to them to bring a new approach for a club that has been established as well. Then, the potential corporate sponsorship and television view as a panacea for the financial school, and potential can be considered as a revenue. Profit are typically generated through the sales associated with our business or event which the sponsor made possible. However, with a well-planned and executed sponsorship, recruitment, and business or event marketing plan, you might exceed your contribution goals. So, is the reward for winning allowable? Yeah. It basically depends on several situations that suitable either it can be proceed or not. Next, the intercollegiate. Successful sports teams enhance the prestige and external image of their institution. They will bring an outstanding performance when involved in any kind that involve of their institution to enhance their institution names, quality, or service. Then, university or institution administrators emphasize sports, sport achievement, and academic quality. They also come out a background of sponsor and put a priority of the time for sports and academic at the same time. The last one is the professional. They are become extremely important for business, public relations, because basically profit are typically generated through the sales associated with our business or event which the sponsor makes possible. For example, government build a stadium in order to keep professional team in the city. So they have their own branding as approach to make their own funding or profit. Okay, we move on to the next slide, which is sports as a business. The sport industry is a multi-billion-dollar business when its competitive and recreational components combined. It could be characterized as corporation activism. These things also bring a component that involve a youth, interscholastic, intercollegiate, and professional. For youth and interscholastic, young athletes learn that rewards of victory. So sometimes it can be a pressure to win and may lead to ethical dilemmas and unethical action. Then, limit for prize to be received, break limit, suspension from participation, and misplaced priorities of coaches and parents could be happen as well. Next is the intercollegiate. Commercialized intercollegiate sports has exploit athletes. It also may lowering admission qualification standards to allow academically prepared students into college may set them up to failure. Then the structural give more time for sport than academic and also less for social development. After that, it influence other relate to the athletes such as low pay for athlete, but college get big amount from sponsors. For professional athletes realize that they are paid to entertain, so their responsibility when competing in sport is to give their best performance. It may cause physical exploitation for the athlete, but the important is winning over education and value development. We move to the next slide, which sports as entertainment. Role of sport as entertainment threatens the educational mission of schools and college, as it contradicts with the goals of education purpose such as critical thinking, learning, and pursuit of knowledge. Youth and interscholastic sport can identify a similar segment for sports as entertainment. It consists of laser skilled athletes and also adult level demand entertainment. Some of entertainment can attract adults because in this age they always want to try something new in their life. Then, as a coach, they are used over age player to make intense pressure to athlete to get a huge achievement. The abandonment of support did not happen because it brings to the negative vibes. Next is the intercollegiate sports. Educational centers trying to preserve the academic credibility. Then the coaches or manager presidents over promoted themselves to make the good organization as well. So basically their main purpose is to provide most enjoyable game and winning. So for professional, they are expendable commodities and make them beneficiaries for the media. So basically media as a platform to them to show their potential and skill while make the appearance. So my other friend will continue the presentation.
Okay, let me move to the next slide. That is sports as transmitter of economic value. Okay, in professional sport, economic values may exceed ethical values because the former are rewarded while the latter may be fairly praised. When economic values occur, the spirit of the rules dies. Okay, for the transmitter of economic value, we have three types of the transmitter of economic value. Firstly is economic concern and rule violation. Secondly, youth and sport. Last but not least is intercollegiate sports. We move one by one of these transmitter economic values. The number one is economic concern and rule violation. Sport competition like EPL, Nations Super League, Olympic Games, and World Cup. So, that is require rules and participation. Constitutive, where it gives boundaries to sport. Two kinds of intentional violation are frequently observed. For example, in football, many players do a fake injury to delay the time. When the player delay the time, the opponents cannot concede the goal, and the team of the player is win. Let me move to the next. That is yours. What is yours? Yours is the people that age 20 to 45 years old. Okay. What is related issues that yours in economic values? That is coaches touch. Legitimate acts. How to avoid detection just to win and get forwarded. That for example, okay, let me move to the next slide. This is gambling. The gambling we can split into the two impacts, that is positive impact and negative impact. For the positive impact, gambling can give a job and opportunities. Secondly, the city will gain more tax, and last is the realization. For the negative impact, we can see the gambling can consuming on public service, education as philosophy, focus on specialization, factor provided, and unfair view. In conclusion, making money is not immoral when sport become overly commercialized stuff. Athletes, coach, and sport managers may be tempted to let a non-moral value influences moral decision. Next, issue in relation to money always raises the question in ethical sport of whether participation and administrators of amateur and educational sport should market the game as commercial enterprises. Okay, that's all from us. Thank you.